the trap the Nigerian government organized. And you see the systematical way the UOS escaped from all these traps. That shows that they are indeed wise. And we must give them all our support above 100%. We must follow them. Everything they say we should do, we must do. Because they have never failed us and can never fail us. Experience is always there for us to see. So, Umuchineke, there are so many things to talk. Our 30th of May is approaching very fast. Let me redirect this to people here in Switzerland. We've chosen the traditional place for our 30th of May. That is always by United Nations headquarters in Geneva. So this announcement is for those who haven't taken the day off on this 30th of May. We still have a very good 1 month to do that, so that we will show the world that we are still alive and we are still pushing. We are not hoping for anybody to support us, to help us. They will not in any way, because what makes them shiny, what makes them superior is what they got, what they get from our land. This is why we don't expect them, and they will not also do anything for us. The struggle is sacrifice. It is sacrifice. It is not a bed of roses. It is not a political party. It is not a social party. It is sacrifice. Everybody has seen the sacrifice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is the same sacrifice Burkina Faso president is facing. A president who cannot go outside his border is sacrifice, because we've been fooled for ages to take everything back for me, to behave I don't care, not knowing the seriousness of the edge, that those who organize the modern world we are living are evil. They created a system to favor them, and we are fooled, not educated enough to understand how these things work. It is a very serious war. It is a sacrifice. They do not even fear. If you really know the history of these people, to get here, they spend millions of people fighting until they get to where they are. This is why British took over the whole of Africa, because they fought human beings. They use human wave in war. They do not think about the death of their people. But they turned all around, painted themselves holy and saints, and we followed them foolishly. This life, to get to where you are, it is full of sacrifice. Burkina Faso is facing it. The whole of the black nation now are down because we cannot sacrifice for long. But IPOB has arisen. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has showed us the way that we must be resilient. We must tie our tooth strong until we get to what we are looking for. Omo Chineke, I have to leave it for now. They won't. The Mazi Abayin microphone is yours. They won't.
There were Mazi Nnamdi were delivered. Your message has been received, Mazi, by IPOB worldwide. Our politicians, so-called politicians in Biafra region, are not politically savvy. They are just political harlots, jumping from one party to the other. They don't have any ideology to stand by. Their policy is just any party in power. And that's why there's no progress in the so-called Nigeria. Nobody has an ideology. Nobody is a Nigerian. Nobody loves Nigeria, including the so-called president and the rest of them. Nobody is a Nigerian. If you are a Nigerian, tell me the language of Nigeria. When they ask you the language of Nigeria, you're going to call your own tribe, because there's no thing called Nigeria. There is no Nigerian food. There's no Nigerian language. There's no Nigeria attire. What we have is Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, Edo, Yoruba, Inyang, Akwa Ibom, and the rest of them. We don't have anything called Nigeria language or Nigeria attire. If you move out of Nigeria, these are the questions that people will ask you. If you say they are Nigerian, what is a Nigerian language? You don't have. Because you cannot claim English. English is not your language. Your language is exactly where you come from. And this is the reason why the country is not making any progress. When Buhari was there, he became nepotistic, employed and occupied all positions of power with Fulani people. Now a Yoruba man is there. The same thing is repeating itself before our own eyes. Thank you much for the information you have delivered. I believe our people are waking up, seeing what is happening in Burkina Faso. It is an object lesson to us who are in this struggle, because these people, they don't mean well for us. Look at how insensitive they are, watching their people die of hunger, of simple illnesses that can be treated freely in countries that are well organized. People are dying for the sake of malaria, sake of simple illnesses and hunger. There's no food in the land. People cannot afford to buy food. They cannot afford to pay for house rent or transport. And you call yourself a president. Unashamedly, you are traveling all over the world, squandering the money that should belong to the people. So it is the highest time we escaped from that zoo contraption called Nigeria and establish our own nation where human beings will be supreme and the respect to life and well-being of the people. Thank you, Mazi. Without wasting much of your time, I'm going to call on the next person to speak here is Mazi Nnamdi Omumelu, our coordinator in Austria. Mazi Nnamdi Omumelu, if you can hear me, please take off the microphone. I know that many of us are busy, but this is very, very important that we abandon everything we are doing to make sure that we address our people wherever we are, to tell them what is happening and why they should be ready and prepared in order not to be taken unawares. So, Mazi Nnamdi Omumelu, if you can hear me, please take the microphone and address our people. They will watch you next.
Yeah. Mazi Abani, thank you very much. Thank you, Mazi Jonathan, for hosting us this evening. I thank you very much for this great opportunity. And I greet Biafrans all over the world. And my name is Nnamdi Kingsley Omumelu. I come from Ekurobia in Biafran land. I serve indigenous people of Biafra in Austria as national coordinator. I greet my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Owakere Mwanya. What he have planted for some few years is echoing all over the world. It's echoing in Nigeria. It's destroying Nigeria and vibrating all over the world, all over Africa. It started from Nnamdi Kanu. We thank him for the great job he have done by waking us up. And the IPOB Austria, we are stand behind him strongly. We are supporting him with all our strength in everything we are doing. Evidence is in our march in Linz on 1st of May. We marched there, present that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case to the people of Linz, Upper Austria. Make them to understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a prisoner of conscience. He did nothing wrong. The only wrong he did is that he demanded for the freedom of his people, which is normal right for every human being to live free, which is what he demands is under United Nations law, even under Nigerian law. It's under universal law. He did nothing wrong. But because of wickedness of Nigeria, kingdom of darkness on the earth, they hold him, thinking that after they hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will stop Biafran struggle. But they don't know that Biafran struggle is already ordained. Even before all of us were born, it's already ordained that Biafra will come. Even before the first Biafran war, it's already ordained that it will go that way, and by this time around, it will come in this way. So nothing they can do to stop the struggle of Biafra, nothing. Nothing they can do to stop Biafran freedom, nothing. Everything they are doing, all they are doing, will implicate each and every one of them from one of, they cannot go free. For all the, both from the governor, both from the president, both all the politicians, both in Igbo land, in outside, they will not go scot-free from all the crime that are committed for innocent people of Biafra, just because they are asking for their freedom. It's nothing wrong. It's normal in every society. Things are not going normal. So the mind, just like in so many countries, civilized countries, even common things they do, maybe they decide they seek the opinion of people, because government cannot just opposing things to people. They go for a referendum to carry everybody around. But in Nigeria, to demand for a referendum is like demanding for war, which they are not even ashamed to come to court. Look, the court they have got, they are, what they have been saying in the court. It's a shame for a country like Nigeria, a giant of Babu, a giant of Africa, so-called what they call themselves to be, behaving like even common Niger Republic is better than Nigeria now. Niger Republic, I remember some years ago, Niger Republic looked like it's a poorest country in Africa, but look now, all the whole Africa is better than Nigeria. Still, the leadership are not ashamed. Shame to them. The same they will fall. Nigeria will destroy without no mercantilism. It will destroy, whether they like it or not, because Nigeria is a man-made, and the foundation of Nigeria are not created to survive. When you look Nigeria very well, you know that Nigeria are not created to survive. It's created to fail, and that fail must come, and Biafra must be free, and other nations in Africa under that Nigeria must be free. Africa must be free. So I thank also DOS for the great job they have been doing for a long time since our leader was extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria. They have been doing a great job to carry this struggle along, and I know they have faced a lot of, challenges, but they keep strong and organizing, keep leading us to where we are today, which is a very great job. We appreciate them. We appreciate Mazi Edoziem and all the leadership of DOS for the great job they are doing, leading us with wisdom and intelligence. It's a great job, because so without them, we would have not been where we are today, with what we have seen going on and all the challenges we have faced. It's by their wisdom they guide us and navigate us to be where we are today. So I thank each and every one of them. I pray for the wisdom of Chukwu Okabiama to continue to be with them and guide them until our leader come out and until Biafran is restored. So I thank also greeting to ESN, those great men and women that volunteer their life to support, to protect Biafran land. They have been done a great job since they started, volunteer their life. Some of them leave their family, leave whatever they are doing, sacrifice all they are doing just for protect me and you. All Biafran land. We have seen what Fulani have been doing in all over Nigeria. Assuming without TSN, Biafran land could have been a different story. But with their presence, they control Fulani, chase them away. And upon Fulani with because government of Nigeria is in support of them, they are doing everything possible to carry on the assignment by killing and leping Biafran in different parts of Biafran land. But with presence of ESN, they stop them, they control them, and they make it possible for our men, our mothers, and our sisters and our fathers to be able to go to farm. Because their plans from the beginning is to destabilize Biafran land and stop every one of us to be going to farm, so that when they carry out their plans, no food, because you have to eat to be able to fight a war. But ESN and Mazi, our leader Mazi Nnamdi can have already see ahead all their plans to be able to plan, to be able to organize ESN to control all their plans. So all I want to tell all Biafrans all over the world and the lovers of freedom to support ESN. Support those men and women that volunteer their life, because without them, our land cannot be in the situation we are finding it them now. You can see what is going on in northern Nigeria. You can see what is going on in western Nigeria. You can see what is going on in middle belt. Without anything like ESN in Biafra land, our own could have been worse because we are the target. But because of ESN, they can be able to stop them. So they need all our support. Those men need all our support. They need food. They need clothes. They need shoes. They need all the necessary things they need to be able to carry out their assignment. It's our duty to support them, to encourage them to be able to do their job. So I'm thanking each and every one of us that are already supporting them, and I'm encouraging them to also to keep supporting them, and encouraging the ones that are not doing anything to be able to wake up and support ESN. The account, the IPOB leadership have making it easy for each and every one of us to be able to support them. Go to ipob.com. You can find a link there to support them. Even if you're little, no matter wherever you are, you can support ESN without mentioning your name. You can call the leadership also. You can contact, if you want to support ESN without not showing yourself up or showing your account number, whatever, there is easier way to do it. You can contact anybody, ask them before, if you are really serious to support ESN, before you ask 2 or 3 or 4 people, the rank or this way to connect to the new IPOB leadership. Definitely, they will show you. You'll find a way, even if in any country where you are, to find IPOB coordinators or IPOB principal officer that can lead you. You will find it if you are seriously serious to support them. So I'm encouraging each and everyone to do that, because it's very, very important, especially now we are going into farming, agricultural project in Biafra land. and it's learning season. They need tarpaulin. They need to cover themselves. Because these people, they are living in forest. They need to protect themselves. It's by our support, all these things can be able to be easy for them. So I'm encouraging everyone to do that. All Biafrans and all of us of freedom. Because the more you are doing it, even if you're not a Biafran, you can do it because you go to church, sow a seed, without even going to heaven, without even going anywhere, without even having seen God. But you have been doing it all your life. The same way you can also sow for Biafra. Biafra, I'm telling you that whatever you sow for Biafra, God will bless you more and more because you are children of God. Nothing he good Biafrans, nothing he did for Biafra will go for scot-free. God will bless you, he protect you, your family, your business, in whatever you do. So the same way you can sow a seed to Eastern Security Network. So I'm encouraging everyone to do that. Please, we support them. What is going on in Africa now is our leader message that make all Africans are waking up now. So nothing we can do to stop it. Nothing they can do to stop it. So I'm encouraging each and every one of us, all Biafrans all over the world, to wake up and do the needful. So I'm going to stop here to allow my comrade to continue and stand by. Thank you very much, Mazi Edoziem, Mazi Jonathan. Thank you.
You have said it all. You have said it all, and I am sure our people have listened. ESN has been our backbone. Without them, we wouldn't have been where we are today. And they are standing there because the leadership has also decided to support them at all costs. In the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the zoo has failed to destroy IPOB, and they can never, ever destroy IPOB because it is rooted under the earth, beyond the reach of any human being. The only way, I said previously, the only way that can destroy IPOB is to allow us to have a referendum. If we fail, then we are gone. If not, we go nowhere. So thank you for calling our people to come up and support them for what they are doing. That's what we are saying. So thank you, Mazi, for that wonderful rendition. Without wasting much of our time, I want to call the next national coordinator to speak. And that is in the person of Mazi Kenneth Jonathan, our coordinator in France. Mazi Jonathan, the floor is yours. Take the microphone and address our people. They are watching it.
No, Mazi. Thank you for the opportunity. And Mazi Jonathan, my namesake, the moderator, I greet you. Mazi Chika Edoziem, the head of Directorate of State, I salute you. I salute you, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I salute you, all the members of the DOS. I salute you, all the national coordinators in Europe, in Asia, in America, all over the world. And I salute you, IPOB principal officers all over the world, especially principal officers in France, IPOB, and the entire family of IPOB in France and all over the world. I bring you greetings from France. Of course, our leader, our coordinator here have introduced me. My name is Mazi Kenneth Jonathan. I'm from Nsulu. Nsulu is in Biafra land. I'm the national coordinator by the grace of Chukwu Gabiama of indigenous people of Biafra in France. So as my comrades have been speaking, they have touched all areas concerning this struggle. We have been in this struggle because Chukwu Gabiama sent us a messenger whom also we call a prophet, which is Mazi Kanu, who spoke to us, and we heard his voice and we followed. And his voice vibrated all over the world. And the people of Biafra, who are real Biafrans, heard his voice and they woke up and joined this struggle. And since all this struggle started since 2012, when it came up very open, because it started late 2011. So the struggle have been having attacks and different challenges, and we have been conquering all of them. And up till now, we are facing challenges and we are still conquering on all of them. And victory has been ours because it is divine. And because the message came from a man of God, a man who had the voice of God and did not resist. He brought the message to us because is his wish that every human being upon the earth shall be free. And he noticed and he know that we have not tested freedom in our life. Not only the Biafra, the whole of Africa do not know what is called freedom. We have not tested freedom. Many of us here who are in this struggle, and some of us who are not in the struggle, or Africans, Biafrans who have traveled all over the world, especially in the Western world, I believe they have noticed what is called freedom. And they can confirm with me that Africa have not tested freedom. And because Chukwu Abiyama, whom we call God, want us to be free. That is why the revolution of freedom is vibrating now in all over the world and in Africa. Therefore, as this struggle continues, our watchword has been always no retreat, no surrender. We have come to restore Biafra, and Biafra we will restore. We are using the word of our leader. These are his statements. And him being in the hand of our enemies today, since 4 years or going to 5 years, without shaking, without compromising, is a proof to us and a proof to you all who are listening to me all over the world that we have come to restore Biafra. And Biafra must be restored. So this is what we have swear to do, and we will do it. Even if we fall, those behind us will continue until Biafra is restored. Our supreme leader, our first leader, who is also supreme leader, Emeka Ojukwu, he said that if the treatment of the zoo, which is called Nigeria, continues against the Biafrans, and even if the Biafrans are being slaughtered, the genocide that has been going on against the Biafran all this while, that those who are dead, which are the bones, which he called grass, that those grasses will still rise again to continue the fight for the restoration of Biafra. And we, the survivors, and those, most of us in this struggle, were not born during the war of 67 to 70. Most of the family members, the IPOB members all over the world were not born as well. But they are in this struggle. They had that voice, they are in this struggle. So these are part of the grass that will rise to ask for restoration of Biafra. And we have reason to restore Biafra. And that is why Biafra must be restored. In order not to stay too long, I asked our people all over the world, and also our people, I mean Biafrans all over the world, and the lovers of freedom, to continue in their support for the restoration of Biafra. There are many ways to support, as my comrades have spoken. If you mean to support, you know how to support. You must find a way to support the struggle. And for those who are in the struggle, I urge you to remain resolute. Remain resolute. Keep on plodding. For all your sacrifices shall not be in vain. All the storms and the infiltrations and the attacks and the, running around in court, in the zoo, using all sorts of charges and all running around the liberation of Biafra will not go anywhere. It will not go anywhere at all. After all this, the end shall be the restoration of Biafra. So the earlier the best, or the earlier the better for the zoo or Nigeria to liberate us. They are not holding us, of course. We are holding ourselves because we still have some saboteurs who are called politicians, and the leaders who are called elites from the Biafran land and in Nigeria as a whole, who do not want the freedom of their children because they do not know what is called freedom, and they do not know what is called love. Because if you love your children, you will not want your children to pass the pains and suffers you have suffered. You want what is the best for your children. And the best for your children is not to send your children to the Western world where we are now. Because in the Western world, there is freedom. In the Western world, there is liberty, which is also another word for freedom. They are born in freedom, they grow in freedom, they continue in freedom. And when they came to colonize us, our forefathers asked for independence, and they gave them independence. And that independence was not freedom. And they are not the one holding us to be free. It is we, the Africans, that are holding ourselves to be free. Because they are not the ones that are telling our leaders to embezzle funds, to be corrupt. They are not forcing them to be corrupt. They are not living with them and directing them to embezzle money in billions. That the money they will use to better the life of our people and to make our people to be free. Because freedom involves good amenities of life. Those essential things that makes life better for people. These are the freedom. Equality. But in the zoo or in Africa, somebody will be on the top and they will be marching on those on the ground and be moving. It does not have any touch, no pain, no feeling. He wants to gather all the resources of the nation only for him or her and for the family. This is not freedom. This is not love. And that is why Chukwuka Abiyama saw all these things going on in Africa, and he sent a messenger who has delivered the message, and the message have pierced through the hearts of men who have the feeling that all human beings are made equal and all human beings are supposed to be free. And we are part of those human beings who believe that all men are made equal and that freedom shall be for everyone. And that is why we have reason to continue and swear to remain in this struggle no matter the storms, as much as we know that we are following the right in the true way. And we are asking for our right. We are not stealing. We are not killing anybody. We are not oppressing anybody, but we are asking for our freedom. And that is why we remain in this struggle until we get our freedom. So we address some people in the zoo concerning this issue of freedom. I have to address the president, and I want to tell our people, or Biafrans, or those called Nigerians, that the man who is there as your present leader now, your president you call Tinubu. Tinubu is mysterious. He's called, another name for him is Mr. Mysterious. He is mysterious because a lot of people, or even the Nigerians, cannot trace his origin. That's number one. You cannot trace his growth. Number two, you cannot trace where he studied, what friends and all that. Of course, I'm not the one saying it. This is what you know already. It has been in the open. He grew up as Alaye boy, area boy in Lagos. And he struggled to become a man, and he got himself in the corridors of power through his business. Of course, you all know his business. And at a time, he was putting on a suit. And he said, a suit coat. He said, I am not the one saying it. He said it. You know it. He said that he does not believe in Nigeria. And another elder personality in the same zoo have said that Nigeria is just a geographical expression. Now, having had all these things in his mind as the president Tinubu, today he struggled and fought to become a president. That word is still in his mind. He has not dropped it. I'm just telling the Nigerians to know. Now, if such a person is on the seat of power, what do you expect him to do? Tinubu does not know, he's not a politician, because anybody that comes into power or comes into corridor of politics in Nigeria, you people will tell Nigerian, we say it's a politician. We don't have politicians in Nigeria. What we have is either he was an actor in the Nollywood, or a banker, or a 419, or one thing or the other, a trader. All this turn to politician. That word, turn to politician. He is not qualified to be a politician, but he turned to be a politician. Those are all what you have in Nigeria. And that is why there is a problem in Nigeria. They have a situation at hand, a very critical situation of invasion. And they don't know what to do because they are not professionals. They don't know how to manage issues about a country. That is why the problem remains there. Now, what I'm trying to say that Tinubu knows what to do, but that he knows what to do, he cannot do it alone. Listen, he cannot do it alone. He needs backups, he needs supporters, he needs people around him who will tell him, we are with you, we agree with you, this is the only way to go. And that only way to go is what my comrades have mentioned here. Referendum for those, not only for Biafra, even if referendum for Dudua Republic, for the middle belt, which are the Hausas. I am not mentioning the deep down north, because these are those who are invading us, invading Biafra, invading Odudua, invading our Hausas, which are the middle belt. So I am not mentioning them because they are invaders. They are strange to the country at the time they immigrated there to come to invade. Now, the Yorubas, Biafrans, and Middle Belt did not see this on time. Now they took over the running of the government through British, and they are now in charge. So I am not mentioning them, but I'm mentioning these people now who are the original owners of that geographical area called Nigeria. So these are the people I'm talking to. And I'm going to mention names. Permit me, Mazi, to mention some few names. And why I'm mentioning these names is if they are listening to me tonight or they have their aides who are listening to me, they have to give them this message. This message is they are elders. These are elders that I can remember now that are in the land, in the place called Nigeria. These are the elders that are there now, who have crossed 80 or, more than 80. And these are real elders. These are real elders. So these elders, what they need to do is to go, and they know how to reach Tinubu. They know how they are going to arrange it, meet Tinubu, to bring the situation of the country, to solve the situation now. They have to make a haste when the sun shines. Because our leader said that if they refuse to allow us to go, that's to allow Biafrans to go, that Somalia will be a history, a story of what will happen there. And everything points out, all the prophecies all the prophecies have been fulfilled, except two things. And one is this one I'm saying now, for the zoo to be like Somali. The second one, I'm not going to say it. Now, what I'm trying to say, these people I'm going to mention, please reach Tinubu. Tinubu needs support to fulfill what he told us last time, a long time ago. I'm not good in quoting years and dates, but all of you are aware of that. He said he does not believe in Nigeria. Now the burden and the situation of Nigeria is upon his shoulders to make a decision. And he has to make decision, and that decision, he cannot make it alone. He needs to make it with people. And these people I'm calling now, please meet Tinubu, discuss how to give referendum or how to give freedom for your people. Because Nigeria is holding Africa from having freedom. Now I start. I'm going to use Pa, because Pa is respect. It's a pity that two have gone. Pa Ayo Adebayo has gone. He was truthful. Then another Pa that have gone recently, that was a saboteur, was Pa Edwin Clark. That has gone. But these are other Pas. Some other Pas too have gone in Biafran land, in the Igbo land. Of course, you know them, those who left recently. But the ones that are alive now, who need to do something and whom I'm giving these messages are Pa Emeka Anyoko, Pa Peter Odle, Pa Olusegun Obasanjo, Pa Wole Soyinka, Pa T.Y. Danjuma, Pa Jeremiah Useni. I put one Pa here also. I just put it because he's still there. Pa Ibrahim Babangida. You are the elders of the land. Meet Tinubu to bring solution to the problem of invasion that is facing all people in Nigeria at this moment. If you don't do something on time, the Nigeria will be more than what is happened or what is happened in Somalia. That's the message I'm sending to you. So, Mazi, Another thing, permit me to make an announcement, is concerning our 30th of May. That is coming. We are on the preparation. So I urge you all, Biafrans in France and lovers of freedom, to join us for the 30th of May, which we are in preparation. We are going to have a rally, and it's going to be in the city of Paris. So make out your time to join us. And the IPOB members, if you have not arranged for your free days, please try to do that so that we are all gathered there to also tell the world that we are still here. We have not all left, that we are still here and Biafra must be restored. Then another thing is that there is flyers that are going on in some social medias. They call them, what they call them? They say they are United States of Biafra Mission France. I want to tell all Biafrans in France and friends of Biafra and the French government, if they are listening, that there is nothing like mission, United States of Biafra Mission in France. Though that they are organizing this conference or this internet gathering tomorrow, 4th of May, on Google social media. I want to tell them that there is nothing like that. So please do not join this organization. They are scams. These are the remnants of EPA, Simon EPA. The French government are aware of those who are leaders of IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra in France. They are aware of them. They know them. They have address. They are professionals who are doing their jobs. They paying their tax in France. They are not scammers. So I urge you not to adhere to this invitation, because I got the flyer today and it is a good day that we are coming on radio, and I have to inform you all. If you are listening to me, if you are also listening to me, please send this message also to your friends that they should not join this meeting on internet or whatever social media they are going to use tomorrow. They call it Google tweet, Google meeting. Please, it is very important. So I once again said, I salute you all, Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world, and especially of Biafran IPOB family in France, all over the world, to continue to remain resolute. There is nothing that comes very easy, and they say Rome was not built in a day, and that is what we are going through in this struggle. The whole thing is that at the end, Biafra must be restored. Ndewo.
Ndewo, Mazi Jonathan. You have said it all, and your message is vibrating, and has been, Biafrans are thankful that you came tonight. What you have told us tonight is more than enough, an eye-opener, and the way we thought out information, because on Biafra Radio, or Radio Biafra, is where we worship. So whatever you did not hear on Radio Biafra, do not believe it. So this is where we get authentic and unadulterated information. So Biafrans, you do well to heed to what we are here to tell you tonight. We are here to watch your back, and you are over there to watch our back. Together we shall move mountains. Together we shall get Biafra restored. And Biafra we have come to restore. So Mazi, thank you so much for taking your time and to delivering this wonderful speech tonight. Last but not the least, I'm going to call on our national coordinator in the UK, Chief Nice Nwokoro, to take over the floor and the microphone to address our people. Mazi Nwokoro, if you can hear me, please, the floor is yours now. They were watching it.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much. 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 Than Ndewo ezigbo nwa Chineke. Good evening from the United Kingdom. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're listening in from. I remain Ikechukwu Naizinwokoro Ichie Nwachinemere. I hail from Onitsha, Ezinihite, Owerri Province, Biafra. And by the special grace of Chukwuka Abiyama, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Directorate of State, and your support, I have been serving my beloved Biafrans and IPOB family worldwide in particular for exactly 3 years today as the United Kingdom National Coordinator. Thank you very much, Radio Biafra, especially tonight, Mazi Chinedu Jonathan, for your sterling work, continual, endless. We forever endow you and restore you and your family. Thank you, my own direct boss, the IPOB European rep, Mazi Austin Abanyim, for your guidance, your steadfastness, and your astute stewardship to this movement. I thank our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I continue to pray for him each and every day. I thank his wife, our First Lady, Lolo Uchechi Kanu, who has been a pillar behind him. I thank his children, Emeka and Nnamdi came in particular because their spiritual watch has been a guiding light to keep Onyendo alive. I thank our Directorate of State Leadership, the HOD Mazi Chika Edoziem, the Deputy Mazi Chukwuemeka Anthony Nzurumike, and all the other members of the DOS for your wisdom, persistence, perseverance, and all the positive attributes. I thank my fellow comrades, servants, stewards in this thankless job, but very important, crucial work we're doing. The national coordinators from across Europe and worldwide, especially those who have been on the program tonight with me, and those who will be coming subsequently. Coordinators or the principal officers and family members across the United Kingdom for their unalloyed support to me and the cabinet, their trust, belief, and confidence reposed in us to deliver on the assignments we have been given. We marched gallantly in London last weekend as a prelude to May 30th, and also a pre-warning to the zoo regarding Onyendu's situation, and it's yielding dividends already from what we could see in the court proceedings on Friday, especially. We are going to do similar protest rallies in more iconic historic cities of Britain in the coming days and weeks ahead as we prepare for the mega May 30th Memorial Service and Independence of Biafra Remembrance Day procession at Trafalgar Square, and also at 10 Downing Street, the seat of government, Parliament buildings, Commonwealth Office, and even the Zoo High Commission, all in London. We shall never forget the services and sacrifices of our heroes and heroines past. For their sake, we always remember. It is also for their sake and for those of generations yet unborn that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and this heaven-ordained IPOB family were born on this mission. As I said, so much has been said tonight. I just want to point at one particular issue. I want us, great Biafrans, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom, to reflect on this protracted, unnecessarily prolonged, illegal retrial of a man that has already been freed by the same highest court of his enemies. Recall that on the 13th of October 2022, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was unequivocally and universally discharged and acquitted by the Zoo Federal Appeal Court. That judgment was endorsed by the United Nations Working Group on Human Rights within the same month. Typical of the zoo, they went to look for escape routes instead of searching for soft landing. They went to their Supreme Court, and we know what their Supreme Court is all about. Bought over, incredible, incredulous, fantastically corrupt. And they got a quasi ruling. It was never a judgment that asked for remission of the same case back to a high court. And here we are, in a Lego rigmarole. I don't want to go into all the things that happened in three cases. I have a lot of information, first class, about all the shenanigans that went on. But it's not what we're here for tonight. All I want us to recall is that after all said and done, including those who profiteer from Onyendu's ordeals and the sufferings of Biafrans, who took this unlawful incarceration as a contract to make money and make the economy consistently on. Now, the retrial, illegal as it was, has resumed. And we saw what happened just yesterday. Their first so-called high-profile witness came on board. If you read in between the lines, you can tell that he has nothing to witness about. All the blabbing and the filibustering he was doing was just to try to nail, or rather link, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB to their agent provocateur. I thank the new Lego team of Onyendu, led by Lego Sikh Chief Kanu Agabi, son one for Biafra. I must say that I was personally impressed by his intelligence and his vision of not just intellectual prowess, but also natural wisdom in the questions he asked that witness, which exposed a lot about the zoo and his masters, those who brought him on to witness, and also in any court where there is actual justice, not a shrine of injustice. That case would have finished yesterday based on that witness alone. It is evident beyond reasonable doubt. The blind can see, the deaf can hear that Zoo planted agent provocateur. I will not give him the credit of mentioning his ignominious name on air, but you know who I'm talking about. And the idiotic elements that followed him in their great injustice. That Zoo plotted him and his cohort to discredit a heaven-ordained worthy mission of Biafra restoration epitomized by Nnamdi Mazi and Kanu. That is why the witness, masked as he was busy talking about, oh, I know XYZ to be within Nnamdi Kanu, and I know what XYZ was doing was what he said that Nnamdi Kanu asked him to do. Where is your evidence? As they say in the Zoo Palace, you go explain tire. It is very evident. And my heart bleeds for those who are still being deceived, even till this very moment as I speak, that idiot, that moron, that midget is serving our cause. It's representing Onyendu. It's representing what we are all yearning for in our true spirit. Anybody who still thinks like that today needs a special psychiatric home for special treatment and deliverance. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. I don't want to speak too much. We have another platform where we talk, which you already know is our program every Sunday, 7:30 p.m. UK time, which is currently 7:30 p.m. in Biafra land. I will join us to join our program, the UK time out on Radio Biafra, for more exposition, insightful, in-depth analysis into what is going on and how we can extricate ourselves from this entanglement of a wicked Janjaweed forces and their allies called Zoo. Continue to listen to Radio Biafra and other allied truthful platforms of Ezigbo Chineke, not those who are mercantile or those who are building social media platforms and monetized agencies for themselves, who have really nothing special to offer, or those who answer media warriors that cannot even fight battle of the pen, let alone of the brain. Those who are copy and paste social media, retail, corner shops. That's what I call them. Though, not those are junks. I also like to remind us of our forthcoming IPOB UK annual general meeting and European mega revival evangelism. We believe a lot in evangelism. That is the soul of education. That is the soul of awareness. That is the soul of enlightenment. On the 5th of July this year, in the small but mighty town of Luton, on the outskirts of the Greater London, we are holding our IPOB UK annual general meeting, the fourth consecutively since the COVID period. It's also going to serve as European mega revival evangelism and get together, as well as ESN fundraising. Everyone is welcome. Before I leave us, I want to state this without any fear of contradiction or appellation. that Nigeria is dead, died since 2014. I've repeatedly said this in every where I've had opportunity, that what the rogue regime of APC, I don't know what their full meaning is, can't even remember, it's not worth it, has been doing since 2015 is conducting prolonged, protracted, pre-planned, extended funeral service at the highest cost to the people of the land. Nigeria is dead. I've never seen a funeral service that lasts more than 6 months. Or for some people, for some reason, 1 year. But this funeral service has gone on for 11 years for a dead horse. As my boss, Mazi, said, all we're asking for is a simple opportunity for plebiscite, in a layman's language, referendum. Here in the United Kingdom, Scotland had one. They lost by only 4%, and they are still warming up another one. The United Kingdom had one, which is their Brexit, to get out of the European Union, and they won, and they're out of the European Union. Back home, there are several plebiscites in history. Even though we don't keep record of history, we are not good at secretariat job because we don't keep any records. But at least they are the ones that are noted. If we are people of accountability, probity, and responsibility, we should go back to those records and check. We should find out that plebiscite referendum is a very harmless democratic process. As Mazi said, we lose it, we hands off, and we have a handshake, and we peacefully move on. We win it, you do similarly, and just allow us to move on with life. And let me also sound this clear to those who refuse to get educated for once, that the emergence of Biafra will not end the bilateral or whatever sort of relationship that should exist between Biafra and whatever is the remnant of Zulu called Nigeria. For heaven's sake, we will all still remain members of the Economic Commission of West African States called ECOWAS. We will all still remain members of the African Union, AU, and we will all still remain members of the United Nations. Treaties and agreements signed between these countries will be binding. Moreover, we will also be very good neighbors and brothers and sisters. People keep getting very naive and childish and stupid about, why I don't want Biafra to come is because I will lose my property in Jalingo, in Zungeri, in Medugeri. Who said so? But some of these people saying this, especially in diaspora, ironically own properties in London, in Leicester, in Manchester, in Switzerland, elsewhere in the world, in America. You've not lost your property in foreign land where you are a black man with your black brain and dirty skin, that they hate you with a passion. So how are you going to lose it in your own African black nation? It beats my imagination. And that is their only reason for not wanting Biafra, for fear of losing what they got, probably through the wrong means. They are scared. No, there are ways to secure your property and investment in this day and age. The emergence of Biafra will not stop Nigeria existing and also Nigeria prospering. Onyendu said it repeatedly that the emergence of Biafra will liberate several other African states and nations, including the zoo. We are already seeing it, what's going on now. The Hausas are waking up from their slumber. And so shall every other ethnic nationality in the zoo and elsewhere in Africa who seek true liberation and freedom will wake up. We keep making reference to the young man, my brother, Ibrahim Traore, in Burkina Faso. And I thank Chukwuobi Kabiyama for preserving his life. And I pray that nothing will touch him, despite the connivance of the wicked forces from the West. Africa has woken up. So why can't the world allow a simple plebiscite referendum? Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Grant this bloody referendum. Let's see. Let's test it. You do it in your own place. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. Why is it not good for us? Do it. And then if oil is your problem, come to us and negotiate with us. Whatever you're getting from the bargain or whatever agreement you had with Usman Danfodio and his forefathers more than 100 years ago, we can even give you a better deal today. I'm saying this to my Western people, particularly this country. It is this Britain that is holding us. They are the evil that put their wicked knees on the neck of Biafra. Take your fucking knee off our neck. And for once, respect humanity and divinity. Fear God. We can relate with you. We forgive you all your sins of the past. We are not bearing grudges. We will forgive you. But you must fear God. And you must also respect humanity. That's all we are asking for. And we continue to push on with this. Even when Oyendu is released, we will not stop. As Mazi Abajim said, the only thing that will stop us is that we lose the referendum, but we will not lose it. And this is why I always implore my beloved IPOB family members, whatever strategy you have in your head, whatever gift you have, channel it towards winning souls, evangelism, so that when the opportunity of referendum comes, it will come like a thief at night, like Christians believe Christ will come back. That's how referendum will come. It may catch you unawares. So be prepared and be on your guard. Be like the Boy Scout. Be ready every day when this opportunity comes. So you grab it with both hands. I pray that day will be done in our lifetime. And it will not take long. I pray Onyendu will be released. This particular year, we are like his wife, our First Lady, prophesied on our program before Christmas. It will happen. And I also pray that this year will not end without us having our date for referendum and possibly having the referendum conducted and finished with. We cannot leave this battle for our children. They will not be able to do it. Somebody said, oh, even if we don't succeed, our children. No, they will not. My brother, wipe that from your brain. Delete it. It's not going to happen. There is a generation born for this. Nnamdi Kanu said it. It is a generation of people born between 1964 and 1984. We are these warriors. We are the spearhead. Others are auxiliaries supporting us. No disrespect to them. So don't ever dream in your head that your children will finish the job. It's a lie from the pit of hell. We will finish it. And it's going to happen in my lifetime and in your lifetime. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra, Mazi Nwokoro. Thank you so much from the angle you came to deliver your message tonight is well delivered. We are not going to bequeath the Biafra restoration project to our own children because they have not the same passion, not the same connection we have with Biafra land. And if we fail to restore Biafra, they will not go back to Biafra land because there will be no home to call Biafra. There will be no Biafra to call home. It is our duty, it's our job. The onus is upon us. This particular generation, this particular people that are in IPOB, we are going to restore Biafra. No one else can do it for us. That's why Chukwu Kanu called us at a time like this to do what we are doing. And we know that we are not alone. He is going to perfect our work. Time is going to tell. But what we need is consistency, and that's what we have been doing. Consistency is the key. We go nowhere. Our leader must be released, and Biafra must be restored. It is a promise. It's not a threat. So thank you so much, Mazi. You have said it all, and thank you for all my coordinators who have come tonight to speak. My deputy Mazi Zayuba and the rest of you from the countries in Europe. We have many other coordinators who are still going to be coming on. The next batch will come on Wednesday. Another one will come Saturday, another one come Wednesday and Saturday, until we all come to deliver our messages from different angles, from different locations in our own jurisdiction here in Europe, to make sure that Biafrans all over the world, especially those in Biafra land, will know that we are here, because we are the backbone of Biafra struggle. We have been tested and tried, and we are standing very, very tall, even taller than before. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we got your back. Nothing will happen to you, because you have created many more Nnamdi Kanus. They thought when they catch Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when they kidnap him, Biafra will be destroyed. The agitation will die, natural death. But they have just put more fuel into the burning fire. We are just waiting for our leader to come out, and then they will know that they have made the greatest mistake of their lives by going to Tampa to touch the lion's tail. We are going to come again. We are going to keep coming. This is the month we remember our heroes and heroines who paid the ultimate price for our freedom. We have paid enough price. Millions and upon millions of Biafrans have been killed, have been massacred, have been slaughtered. Especially during the genocidal war between 1967 to 1970, plus millions others who were even killed before that war, and ongoing. Because since I was born, I never seen peace in Biafra land. They are killing us systematically, trying to occupy our land and take the exactly thing that our land has been blessed by Chukwu Kabiama. That's what they want to take, to dip their Quran in Atlantic Ocean, but it's not going to happen under our watch. That's why ESN is doing the great job. That's why the leadership of IPOB, led by Mazi Doziem, is working hard, the DOS, to ensure that in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will know that we have many more Nnamdi Kanus who are doing this work, and we go nowhere. We are going to make sure that Biafra is returned under our watch. We will keep coming to address Biafrans until the 30th of May. So this is action month for Biafra Restoration Project, and we are here to tell Biafrans that all must be aware of the situation in Nigeria. Nigeria is about to implode. The zoo is crumbling. What is still holding the zoo is just a very little thing. And when that thing is collapsed, okay, it will be to your turn to all Israel. So we need to be ready when Nigeria will collapse and is, speedily heading into the abyss. When it finally collapses, we have to claim what is ours and fix our own part of the zoo, which is the eastern part, and make sure that we build it with all Chukwu Kabema has blessed us with, and make it a place worth living, not the current situation that even is worse than zoo. It's not a living place for human beings. Imagine taking your child from the Western world to the zoo called Nigeria, and they will be there without electricity, without internet, without good road, without security, without food, without water, without even there's nothing. There's nothing to offer. Nothing to offer. So we need to change all those things and make our place a living place for our children and children's children. This is the message we have come to deliver tonight. I want to thank my Junior Jonathan again for hosting us tonight. And I'm calling on Mazi Azayoba, my deputy. If you have any closing remarks to make, the floor is yours now, Mazi. Ndewo. Mazi Azayoba, please, if you can hear me.
Yes, Mazi. Yes, Mazi, I can hear you. Yes, Mazi, I can hear you. Thank you very much. Thank you, our European rep. We just trying to open the microphone there. Thank you so much, and thank you to our own our comrade here, all the national coordinators that have spoken tonight, and also sincere appreciation to our host, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, for your doggedness into this awareness that we are all engaged in for many years without any expectation from our people or somebody paying anyone. And we know it's a sacrifice we are making for our people. We have neither silver or gold to give our people, but what we are giving to them is our heart and our sincere concern, despite that we are not in Nigeria, but we are here concerned about their well-being and their welfare. And we will continue to do so and continue to create the awareness over the inhuman treatment against our people. As I said before, what we are fighting for is not something that did not belong to us. We are not asking for a piece of land in Britain. We are not asking for a piece of land in Nigeria. We are not asking for a piece of territory from United States. We are asking just to, let us be. Allow us to be. Allow us to develop. Allow us to develop like every other race. Today, you can see what is happening in Ukraine, how the whole Europe are just begging this guy, begging him, and they have not gone there and throw bomb themselves. They have not laid a siege on him for not allowing them to gain access to the mineral resources that they have. You see, but in other countries, they did the same thing. They went and forcefully attack and remove leaders. We saw the one that happened in Iraq. We saw the one that happened in Libya recently. Now they are on Ibrahim Traore. But, their own, they protect. They never use force. They never use any kind of inhuman to remove any of their own. They negotiate with all the whole arsenal that America has and NATO has. They never want to go and remove Zelensky and take over the country and take over the resources by force. You see how they are leading and begging the guy like he's the most powerful person in the world. You see, if it's in another country, look at what they are doing in Africa. Look at how they want to force us into what we don't want. They'll force us into what we don't believe. Force us in everything by force, as they force us into Nigeria today. And as Christian counterparts, they never ever want to think about their own, people that they brought the same religion to help them. Rather, they go and arm those who do not have the same belief with them, and to kill those that they believe that they brought the same, belief to. It's unfortunate. As I said, we have to remain very strong. We have to know that this IPOB is designed to deliver our people. I keep saying it, and I will keep using this Ibrahim Burkina Faso now as a reference point, so that our people will see how a young boy stood up and the whole entire nation supported him to protect him. And you can see the importance of him coming on social media, engaging his people every now and then, as IPOB is doing, as Radio Biafra is doing. Sometimes our people will now prefer to go and listen to some individual that has no contribution, that has nothing to do with what we're doing. People who are not into IPOB, people who don't go to meeting, people don't know what we are, the engagement of IPOB. They want to listen to them rather than coming to Radio Biafra, where we have spent money and years and time to protect. Our people need to know how to value things and how to follow one single central command. That is how Ibrahim Traore today is protecting and leading the Burkina Faso people. You don't see any other person raising their head. I am the commander now. You should listen to me. We should listen to me. We should hold Traore accountable. We should go and do this one. We should. He's a small boy. Who is he? Did you go to school? A grad school? A grad school? And now do useless questions. Look at Nwa 37 years. You see how elders came together. Listen to him. They give him advice. They follow his instruction. Even at the other day, I saw his children. Those maybe the oldest child there maybe will be 10 years. This man is the one that is shaking the foundation of the whole world today. Because his people did not live on sentiment. Their belief did not come in between their freedom. I never even thought that Ibrahim himself is a Muslim. But he never put that sentiment of religion or belief into the freedom of his people. How many of you, he makes a statement every now and then, addressing his nation, his countrymen. Have you ever seen him using all this diamantrant in religious circle? Just watch him. Look at his statement after statement. You will never believe that this man will on that beach now. But he put the nation, he put his people well above every other thing. Every other thing you believe. But I know when they're banning here. When we say Biafra is our religion, people will say, who told Onyesigi? Today, who are the people who want to assassinate him? Did they mean way to Africa? If they are doing this, if they are planning this, more than 20 attempts on this guy, imagine what put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu where he is. They wanted to silence him. They want to make sure you never hear the truth. They see that the preaching of IPOB and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on Radio Biafra is really orientating our people. That is why today, Britain will sit by, watch their own citizens for 10 good years, being humiliated, molested, being beaten, being tortured, being dragged all over the place in court. After discharged and acquitted by a federal court, discharged and acquitted, release him unconditionally by Supreme Court, release him by the Court of Appeal. Nigerian government refused to obey the court order. Today, they brought him back to court as a trial. The question we keep asking now, this trial that he is on now, Nigerian state, because in the Bani do not know the value of what they have until they lose it. We know probably Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have offended some of you. I am probably he might not be perfect in everything. But all this awareness that he have created today, if not this awareness, the way Ndi Fulani and Ndi Alamagiri invade Alibo, our people were still sleeping. You need to distract our people. Big brother Niger, I need to distract you. The all night and understanding in the gap, I need to distract our people. Why these people were encroaching in? As we are saying, look at what is happening in Castena today. Look at what is happening in Benue. Despite that plateau, people. Go want kinsmen and women. The same go one that use his men to massacre 7.2 million Biafrans, which Ikem Bojuku told him, we are going to remember him this May 30th. Told him, as you kill my people unprovoked, you will stay alive. Watch your own people life being snuffed out of them. And today, Gowon is helpless. After serving Nigeria, Nigeria never even recognized him. They don't care about him. Danjuma killed Aguiyi, tied his leg on a motor and dragged him on a third until Aguiyi died. Today, Danjuma, his village is being run over. Now he realized he fought for Nigeria, he kills for Nigeria. Now Nigeria is killing his own people. Fulanis are killing his own people. They killed our people unprovoked. They served Nigeria to use it to annihilate our people. Today, chicken have come home to roast. If not this IPOB that you imagine at the right time, ESN, imagine what would have been happening in Alibo today. As your governors are careless, they don't care, they don't listen to the cries of our people. Look at what happened in Ihamufu. Nothing was done, no investigation. Owo massacre, no investigation. On where Emirates today. Also, Bro massacre, church massacre, nothing was done. It is IPOB that stops the massacring of our people. It is ESN that stops it. I don't see the reason why our people will not find a way to support IPOB and wait on the central command like this Ibrahim did to his country. Everybody loyal to 37 years old man, boy. Everybody. Look at Kanye now. On your platform, ya call nonsense. On your platform, look at them today. National coordinators is on radio, encouraging and advising our people. Somebody is there talking about something else. Today, just decided to turn his own platform on. When national coordinators in Europe left everything they are doing to address our people today, they decided to put his own program today, dividing attention, bringing topic of something that is supposed not to even dabble into. Indiscipline and even quite some of our people who goes there and commenting and sharing their program. This is a program that was put in air, announced for over nearly a week now. And somebody decided to turn his own camera now just to divide attention. When we tell you people that this type of mindset in Debanyong, I don't know what they intend to achieve with it. I don't know. And today you see them, they will be talking about Ibrahim Traoré. But the discipline this man inserted in the whole Burkina Faso, everybody remains loyal. Because they have where they are going. They have a target. They know that the enemy is at the door. They know that the enemy is at the door. But these people will look at the day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will go to court. That is the time they will pick one IPOB leadership. They will paste either his post or his picture. They will come and distract our people with it. As I said, only just to turn our people against a particular person. Why the enemy is armed to the teeth, looking at our people to destroy. The bank should know. Today. Water, everywhere. Water. Anako, everything. Water. Look at it. We are moving forward. October, we are launching armor tankers. December 2nd, we will declare. We will redeclaration after Anako. We picture everywhere. We post everywhere. We Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We picture. Do you now see the reason why they were desperate doing what they are doing without listening to IPOB leadership instruction? Do you see it? Because they know they have a plan. They know where they are going. They know what they are timing. They know. It is this thing you are saying that is happening in court today. If had it been, we have allowed this man to speak through Radio Biafra, to speak through this Radio Biafra we are talking now. Tell me what would have been the fate of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and this movement today. They are threatening everywhere. They're going to bring him home. They're going to extradite him just to make him a casemate to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our people need to understand how enemy works. How enemy want to turn you. The most deadliest one is using one of you or one of us to attack this movement. This is what the West are looking now to do in Burkina Faso. Who will do this job for them? Giving somebody 5 million pounds, promise him resident permit and citizenship somewhere here, somewhere in by their paymasters to shoot Ibrahim when he's kneeling down to pray. If this thing happen in our land, all know about somebody got collect that money, deliver that job. And that's the whole future of the nation of nearly 100 million into perpetual suffering. You see what we are saying? Our people need to learn from others. Understand discipline. Discipline is key. If you don't have ulterior motive, it shouldn't be coming on air when Master Jonathan is on air. Addressing up. You are dividing attention, the same hour, the same period. You shouldn't be putting program when national coordinators in Europe are hosting a program to guide and encourage our people. You shouldn't be doing it. You are dividing attention. I don't know. How do we explain this? Ibrahim Traore won't be talking and somebody will be opening platform talking about rubbish. Now today they know Agabi. They want to talk about Agabi. They want to lecture you about Agabi. Why now that this man is in court? Why do you want to lecture? What do you want to tell people now? Can't you allow the court to flourish? Can't you allow the whole thing to go down? Let's see where this thing is going. But they want to they want to be smart. They want to be our people need to understand what orderliness. I work in a public sector. I understand the administration and public and what is orderliness. And that's why Nwabeke does not tolerate it. Wagner leader here tried it with Russia. Today, Lebanon. He go try to be wage war into a nation. IPOB have paid a huge price. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, 10 years on a trial. And people are still coming. All officers that have paid, that have lost everything. All these members of the US and the national coordinators here, most of them have lost everything they have. And people who, instead of you, I went to a program in Austria today, a few days ago. Those who are criticizing IPOB were not there. They didn't show up. I went IPOB in Canada. People who are attacking IPOB leadership did not identify with IPOB in Canada, but they tell you they are genuine. They tell you they are genuine. But we have IPOB in Canada. They never identify with IPOB in Canada. But they are telling you something on social media. They are poking IPOB leadership. We have a demonstration happening in Austria. They didn't show up there. But their cheap will have in your camera. Be the not rubbish. We need to let our people know anybody distracting you from this instruction and the IPOB leadership, that person is not worthy for you to waste your time and listen to. Because this is what enemy want to bring. Confusion everywhere. Confusion. Since after the war, we have lacked leadership and coordination. And the IPOB managed to bring this thing. If IPOB did not spend time and making sure that this discipline and the orderliness is established in IPOB, imagine the invasion of this autopilot, what they did in Igbo land. This is what these people are trying now to pin on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. And where are they today? You cannot even see them protesting anywhere. You can't see them gathering anywhere. They are not on ground. They don't participate in anything. All the attack is in Igbo land. The whole Igbo land. Somebody they can mad Uchemefo. I'm sorry now to digress a little bit. Somebody who happens to be deputy leader of this movement. Never one day condemn Asare Dokubo. He is secretary to Uchemefo is a secretary to de facto government of Asare Dokubo. He never one day condemn Asare Dokubo that have confessed numerous times within AK-47, threatened to massacre Igbo people. And he went ahead and massacred Igbo people. Uchemefo is a secretary to him. But Uchemefo will come already on social media, on X, blackmailing IPOB for being violent. Where is IPOB violent? He doesn't just know. He said inciting. He will be talking it like there is any IPOB he knows that he has gone there and caused mayhem. But Asare Dokubo, he is secretary to. He never one day, Uchemefo never one day condemn Asare Dokubo's open confession and threats and the genocide that guy committed in Igbo land. We are saying this so that our people will understand the type of thing we are facing and the importance of remaining loyal to the movement, focusing on one central command. IPOB and its leadership meant well. They meant well. Everything we discuss is the well-being and concern of our people. That's all. And we cannot accept or condole anybody who trying to bring a bad name to this genuine organization that have chosen to go through self-determination. Through self-referendum we are calling. We are calling for referendum. And the world is listening. That is why they imported an infiltrator, agent provocateur, to distort this movement. And when we were saying it, calling the attention of our people, they thought that we are joking. Today, why are they mentioning his name? Why are somebody? There is a question thrown to somebody who is a witness, and they are mentioning somebody's name that who have even used his mouth and said that he never believed in IPOB, he never a member of IPOB, he don't work for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never give him order, and they are mentioning him. That's why you see him, everything he does, they will elogize it. They will promote it. Their newspaper will carry it. Our people must remain very strong and understand where this movement is going. And lend your support to it. Lend your support. I keep saying this, reminding our people, who doesn't know Professor Nwapeze? Who doesn't know the Mbazwika Mechi? They all spoke positively about IPOB. They said this is the only thing you have in Igbo land. This is the only thing you have in the whole East. Do not allow it to be collapsed. Do not allow it. Look at the state of Nigeria today. Look at the state of Nigeria today. If you don't have IPOB, what do you have? At least the level of these killings and the way the Fulanis are destroying other states now. That is what you would have been seeing in Enugu, in Ebonyi, in the whole Imo state. But IPOB have to at least reduce it, not totally, but to reduce it. The insecurity you see in the whole East now, you all know, is all political. Political thuggery. We know, we told our people it's political. Thank you, today, everything have come to the manifestation. We have seen it. And we have seen why they employed the agent to do what he was doing, that they are praising him. You have seen it. At least the evidence is abound now. In summary, I will use this opportunity again to appeal to our people, your total support, and listen to Radio Biafra and Biafra television. Don't go and listening to individuals is okay. But once it comes to a national cohesion, everybody will go towards that direction of the leadership. They are here to guide the movement. If not, they would have the trap they set for Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, they would have fallen into it. Thank you for this leadership that have done so much. And I want to appreciate all the national coordinators who have faced a lot of challenges, who have faced a lot of bullies, and also people even blackmail some of them because of autopilot. What we saw in this time of 3.5 years of kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we've never seen it before. A lot of discouragement here and there. But thank you for those who have stand firm, and this comrade who spoke here today, who have been working very hard. IPOB UK, IPOB Austria, IPOB Ireland of all people, that also jammed one of the most ridiculous invasion in IPOB worldwide. IPOB Ireland took the hit of it, and they survived it. And also want to appreciate the national coordinator of IPOB Ireland and all the principal officers here. And also coordinators in Europe, every single one of you that have still standing to this very moment. May Chukwu Kabiama continue to strengthen all of you. And our people back home, we love you, we care for you. We want the best for you. Our dream is to see you being smile again. Being proud of you, who you are. This is what we are planning, and this is our thoughts. Continue to support this movement, and you will be the one that will reap the benefit of it, as Burkina Faso are doing today. See how they are supporting their own young brother who is leading them, and see the wave now is making all over the world. And the IPOB, they learn this. Unfortunately, they learn this from IPOB. And Odizika IPOB now, Odizika Ndibo now, I naturally know Zinazo, they listen to us more from us. Exactly what happened in 1967. After we have lost that war, Sri Lanka immediately go into it, use the same method. And today Sri Lanka is free. Sri Lanka is free. Consistency, no distraction of whatsoever. It's very, very important. It will have a threat to their society. Suspend their because they know distraction can cause a lot of damage. And this is what we are seeing in Igbo land today and in IPOB. We don't want that to continue. May 38 is pivotal in what we're doing. We must remember our people who died and IPOB who have led their life in the quest for this Biafra restoration. On this note, I want to sincerely thank all of you for listening. As our European rep have said, a lot of IPOB national coordinators in Europe here will be coming badge by badge to be addressing of our people. It's very, very important. And I'm using this opportunity to appeal to our media personnel, please, anytime our broadcasters are online, please do not distract our people. In fact, direct our people to go and listen to Radio Biafra and Biafran Television. Both of them are streaming online on Facebook as well. I don't see the reason why those individuals will make out their time, arrange their program just to address our people or to inform our people. Somebody else will be there at the same time distracting them. It's unacceptable. It's totally unacceptable. That person is sabotaging this movement. And we must see him for who he is or who she is. Orderliness must be really, really according to this movement. Very, very important. So that we know when the enemy launch attack on us, we can be able to identify it and know the location in which that enemy is launching attack on us. Very, very important. Ugbu ala Biafra no na ajụ now. At least I know ekezi ntị na ka anyị marazie ebe Nigerian military ga-aga agba egbe ha. Ka anyị marazie onye ha ga-akpa. Onye na-etake responsibility anụzighị. Unu ọhụbụ na everywhere at least go the car now. Unu ọ naghị ahụ na everywhere dọtụgodo oyi for now. Unu ọ naghị ahụ ya. Because he made that time, I know one quarter. I see no YPB, I see no ESM. Kita now, and I was ESN. I won't apply to go in now who go dinner met them, but on dinner cost to this mayhem. I want to get now. That is what IPOB leadership have managed to spend almost 3 years to achieve. But at least nobody, everybody now. And a just quick and web community game invent. So now ESN. Now ESN. That is what we are talking. How I not to phone a for now, IPOB is non-violent. And we are registering our grievances, making sure this awareness reach every corner of this planet. So when IPOB will march, then nobody will blame us for our decision. On this note, thank you very much for listening to us, Mazi Abanim. Thank you. At least I've taken a little bit of time. I didn't talk much on earlier, but thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. And thank you all of you, comrades, who have spoken tonight. And from here, from me, it is good night from here. Thank you so much.
Ndewo Mazi Azayuba. This is how I used to know you. You have just done it again this second time. So you said it all. I don't need to add. I don't need to subtract. I just want to tell our people consistency is the key. Remain resolute and remain supportive. We shall be free. It's a matter of time. But look at those who achieved their freedom, how many years it took them to do that, because those who are holding you will never leave you if you never agitate. If you don't agitate, you will be a silent slave. We want to be free, and we are not going to be silent. We are not going to be slaves to anybody, especially in our own land. Chukwu Kabiam has given us that land, and it's our duty to protect it, protect the inhabitants and what we have done, our crops, and the people that live in the land. It is our duty to protect it, and that's what we are doing. I state in time saves 9, and before one is before armed. Our people, we have delivered tonight, and we hope you have taken notice, and we put it to action. Not just sharing, but also taking action is the key. Ponder on what we have said tonight, and then take action. I want to use the opportunity to thank my coordinators who came along tonight, beginning with my deputy, Mazi Azayuba, National Coordinator of Switzerland, Mazi Chubike Nodim, National Coordinator of Austria, Mazi Nnamdi, National Coordinator of France, Mazi Kenneth Jonathan, Mazi Chief Nice Mwokro, the National Coordinator of the UK. I want to thank all of you for message well delivered this night. And I want to also finally thank Mazi Jonathan for hosting us tonight. I want to say Biafrans all over the world, thank you for your listenership, and they continue to tune in to Radio Biafra, especially Wednesday when we are coming back. We have more to tell you on Wednesday. So thank you so much for listening. And I want to say from here, Mazi Austin Abayim, it is good night. Mazi Jonathan, thank you. They will no Muchineke or here Biafra.
Almost hey, Biafra. The war Mochineke and the Biafrans and lovers of freedom, you've had it from the horse's mouth. We must continue in this liberation effort because we are doing the right thing. Therefore, from me also, from here, it is simply good evening.
They will no Muchineke. I hope all of you are here.